Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa if you're new here. So today's video is on my Hoya plants. I mainly want to propagate. I actually have a little list here for my shop. I have 5 bins that are available for my Hoya plants, and so I'm getting ready to chop a bunch of them for spring. So 5 bins. They can hold roughly 16 plants each, so that's 80 new plants I'm going to make for the shop. So I'm really excited to start propagating, and that's the main thing I want to focus on today. But I figured that might get kind of boring if I was just propagating a bunch of plants and setting them up. So I added on some other Hoya care that I want to get done as well. I also have to water. It's actually a day behind. Normally I water my Hoyas on Thursday. It's actually Friday, but I've been so busy this week with shop stuff that this is what I need to get done today, so I figured I would just take you along with me. So yeah, the propagating and watering, I'm going to show you some of the propagating and stuff, and then the watering, I'll mostly do that on my own. And then a couple repots I would like to get done is my main big jasminca. It's growing so big and it's definitely outgrowing the pot that it's in, so I need to upsize it, especially as we creep into the warmer weather. It's going to dry out, and I have noticed it trying to bloom, and I think it's blasting because I've been underwatering it a bit. So hopefully with the upsize today and getting more consistent moisture without like these random drying out spells, I think it'll help with the blooming. And then another one on my repot list is my Hoya discipulae. So I had my main plant in pon, and I don't know if you can see it, it's like right there on that plant stand. I decided to take it out of pon, and instead of like repotting, I just decided to chop the plant all the way back to the base. I got rid of the base, and then I have a few cuttings here that are rooting. Those might not be ready to pot up, I'll have to check, but I have another plant that I originally started several months ago as like the second plant so that I could continually propagate this one. But since this one now, my main one, has had a setback, my other one is growing big, so that will be my new mother plant. I need to repot it. It's in a tiny 3-inch pot, and it's in the Rhode cabinet in the shop room, and it's drying out so quickly. So I'm going to, I think, take that one out of there, put it over here with my other Hoyas, repot that one, and then once those are ready, I'll probably just pot those up a different day and make a second plant. And then the last thing on my list that I wanted to get done is my Hoya polyneura, the all green form. I have it sitting right up there. It hasn't really been growing, I've noticed. So I did this whole Hoya setup in October, so it's been several months now. And I feel like for the most part, everyone seems happy. The lights above the Rhode, they're not like super strong lights. They're just cheap, generic, dimmable grow lights. I do feel like the Hoyas for the most part are still growing, except the middle cabinet, it's a lot further away from those lights, and so the polyneura I don't think is getting enough. So I do have some extra clip lights. I think I have used 2 of them already. I think I have a 3rd one because I was adding some extra light to my alocasia in my plant room. So I think I have an extra one. I'm going to clip it onto the nursery pot and add a little bit of light, and I think it will appreciate that. So I'm going to get that done today too. And I really think that's it because I do want to focus on the propagations, because to make 80 plants, I have to pot 80 plants up today, and that's going to take a long time. That'll probably take most of the day. So I'll probably, what I might do is do the repotting first, add the clip light, and then I might propagate and do watering at the same time, and then I'll show you some of that. And then once I have all the plants made, I'll show you what they look like in the shop room. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab the 2 plants that I'm going to repot. I'll give you a closer look at them, and we'll go ahead and upsize them and everything, and we'll get started on the rest of the Hoya care. All right, let me show you the jasminca first because she's stunning. She's growing so much. So this is one of 2. I have another one in here. I can actually go ahead and show you this one too. This is the smaller version. This is the one that I'm going to propagate from. I have propagated 1 strand already, this one here. So I think what I'll do is cut this one back and take a couple more clippings, and I'm gonna let those 2 grow out before I take any more. The reason why I started to was because I wanted this one to grow, and I didn't want to cut her because polyneura is one of my favorites. I absolutely love this splash, but what mine is doing is spitting a lot of the elbow variegation, and It makes her so pretty. I love, love, love this Hoya. So that's the original leaf right there. It's one propagation, one node, and it started growing one vine. And then all of this it has done from that one node, all these extra vines. And there's two more growing out, this one and this little one over here. Isn't that crazy that this whole plant started from a one leaf node propagation? That is crazy. Let me see if I can show you some of the peduncles that she's trying to do. Okay, here's a good example. So I think she's blasting them. You can see the little bloom start right there. There was one that had a lot more. I think this one, because they fell off, like that one there. She was trying to bloom. And this pot is a 4-inch, or is this a 3.5? This might be a 4-inch, but it's completely dry. Do you hear how crunchy? It's dry. She's so rooted in here. So I think what I want to do with her is go up to a 5-inch. So it'll be that big of a jump because I want her to stay in the pretty pot that she's in. And this 5-inch fits in her pot. I found this at my Ace Hardware and it's so freaking cute. It has a monstera and flamingos. Like, how cute is that? I love this pot. So that's the plan for her. I think she's going to appreciate that. Okay, so this is Hoya discipulae Restart. So this started as a propagation from my mother plant, and this will be my new mother plant. This one has the egg beater blooms. It's so cool. There, and then I have another set here. It blooms constantly. Sorry for any crazy light flashes. I don't have any window. Normally I like to film in front of a window, but I don't have any windows in this corner of my dining room, and so I'm relying on artificial light, and it's not really the best. And it's a bit cloudy as well. So yeah, that's her tiny pot, and like I said, she is drying out so quickly. And so I think for this one, I'll just upsize to the bigger pot, like so. And then I found this ceramic in my closet. I think that'll be her new pot. I'll probably sit her where the other propagations are and move those. These are the mother plant propagations. They're starting to root, but I don't feel like it's rooted enough to pot these up. So I'm gonna let these chill in stratum and perlite. I have 3 of them. And then we'll start our second plant back. Oh, I'm so excited to prop some of these. I'll have to share some updates too. There's some like, oh, there's some new leaves and some exciting growth. Do you see all that pond right there? It's all like recycled. I had boiled it the other evening. It took me like hours because I had so many batches to do, and so it's air drying. It's been air drying for, actually it's probably been a week. I don't know when I did that. So if you are wondering what that is, that's what it is. But yeah, my head is going to be cut off for the repotting. I was trying to find like a good angle. All right, so here is Jasminka. I'll do this one first because I feel like this will be a very easy upsize. Super quick, actually. Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have my water made up yet. I'll have to do that after I upsize these real quick. I knew I was forgetting something because I have to water, you know, all my Hoyas, so I might as well make a few bins of water. I'm out of my aeroid mix, or getting low, because I was repotting some Anthurium the other day. So I mixed some of my shop mix in here, which has cocoa core, which I don't use cocoa core in my aeroid mix. I use cocoa husk. So it's a little bit more moisture retentive, which I feel like will be good anyway for these plants. I actually forgot to order tree fern. I meant to, when I was making a big batch of it last, I meant to order some more and I completely forgot. So I ordered it yesterday. So it'll probably get here next week since it's already Friday. About that much. And I'm very curious to see her base, how many roots. Oh gosh. Actually, I could just use this pot for the discipulae. That way I don't have to waste a new one. I might do that. Yeah, I would say she's pretty dry. So it's only been, yeah, I would say maybe 7 days since I watered her last. but you can see her roots. I love looking at root systems. I think it's so cool. I think for her, I'll just kind of plop and fill since the roots are a little bit more fine. Actually, get her down a little bit more. Okay. Oh yes, that'll be good. And then we'll just backfill. I did get a new Hoya variety. I showed you guys the last Hoya video I did. It's the Ice Queen. I haven't propagated it yet, but the newest set of leaves, it looks like it reverted, so I don't know how stable that one is. I actually might propagate it back to see if I can get the color to come in, because I wanted it to grow before I before I chopped it. But now that the newest set of leaves are kind of all green, it's like the elbow marginata. It does have splash, but it's actually right here while I'm talking about it. Okay, this one here. So this is the Ice Queen. That's what the pattern looks like. And these leaves got kind of yellow, so I clipped those. These were like coming out post shipping, so they got a little messed up. And then the set of leaves after had that pattern, and this one didn't really have like a ton, it had a little bit. And then this one you could still see the pattern, and then the newest set of leaves look to be just all green with the elbow on the outside. Like I don't see any of that lighter splash like these. She does have a new, actually shoot, I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm not going to cut her. She's like self-growing. Look, there's a new node here and there. Okay, so maybe I'll get some of the splash from those two nodes. Okay, I'll wait and see what she's going to do. I hope it's like consistent, because I really love the original leaves like here. So I hope this kind of comes out with those nodes. I'll be very curious about that. All right, that's exciting. At least she's self-propagating, self-growing. If this continues though, I will cut the strand back if that pattern doesn't continue on that strand though. We got a little sidetracked. And I have seen the Polynura that has the aria. You know, the, whoops. I think it's called King. Is it Polynura King? That has the splashiness like the Jasminka, but it's more of the yellow. I haven't seen, or I haven't looked for that one to see if anyone's selling it, but I'm not convinced enough yet to get that one. Trying to be careful not to get these new leaves. Right now I have her in the Rhodesta behind me, the Rhodesta wide, and she is outgrowing the spot that I have her in. So I'm worried if I move her, she's not going to grow as much. But honestly, a lot of the Hoyas are overgrown in there, so once I propagate here, I'll probably find like a new spot for her in there, with a little bit more room. Okay, I think that's good. I made one heck of a mess. Okay, so that is her upsize. I'll repot the discipulae and then go make my water up, and we'll give those a drink. Okay, this one here. I'm actually going to save that pot since it's clean and just use this one that we took the Polynura out of, because she doesn't have any pus or anything, so I'm not worried about pest transfer. But normally I would wash pots before I use them again, sanitize them. Don't need that little clip either. This one actually should be really easy too. Another plop and fill. Right now she's 2 vines, But I do believe, yeah, there's a third one coming right there. So she'll be a third vine here. Okay. Same root system. These are actually both in my shop mix. These weren't in my aeroid mix. So it's 50-50 tree fern, cocoa coir, and then there's perlite, bark, and charcoal. So that's the mix they seem really happy in. All right, that is good. I do have some other Hoyas that are in the shop room that aren't out here. A couple of them I was debating on downsizing, but now I'm like, do I hold on to them? I have a habit of doing that. Like if I'm down to the last propagation, like I had already planned on downsizing it and it's the last one, I like hesitate. I'm like, do I really want to downsize it? Because then it's like out of my collection for good. I'm like, do I really want that? So I love these. I use these mostly for alocasia, but since this vine is taller than my acrylic stake, I'm going to use these. You can buy different packs, but they're just like a green stake, and it comes with connector pieces so you can make one really long, and it comes with the base and the hook piece. Like that goes in the soil and that goes around the vine. And I like these because you don't have to use Velcro or anything. I'm gonna use this one for the smaller one. Actually, let me do the big one first. I actually started using these for my anthurium as well, and they work really good when I was repotting some of them. I am making a video, or I will make a video and do some anthurium updates and repot some more, because I repotted about a third of them just in my own time, because literally like all of my anthurium need an upsize and repotted, and so I just had to like take care of some of them. Oh no, this is gonna be too tall too. No, you can actually cut these. Let me cut this one. Okay. It's just harder to get the little thing back in there once you cut it. Okay. And it's kind of off frame. Let me lift this up a little bit. And then we can hook that around. Just like that, and it supports the vine, do you see? And it's green, so you can't even notice it. I love these hooks. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love her. Look how pretty she is. I love this Hoya. I love that the blooms are cool and they don't have a scent to me. Like I don't smell anything, but they're so pretty and she blooms so much. It's so cool. All right, what I'm gonna do is make my nutrient mix up. I usually let my silica sit for like 15 minutes and then I add everything. So I'll probably be back in like 20 minutes. What I might do is find that clip light and maybe I'll just start propagating some Hoyas just off camera here. And then I'll come back on, we'll give these a drink and then we'll start propagating and watering, attach that clip light. All right, I'm back. I have a thing of nutrient mix ready to go. And I had started propagating and then the doorbell rang. I had an Amazon delivery and so I was messing with that. So I'm like, I didn't really get to propagate that much. I just took one strand of the variegated Mathilde. So I'm gonna chop all of that up. I don't want to over propagate because I can only make 80 plants right now. So I'm going to take a little bit of various plants, set those up, and then probably in another 8 weeks, I'll be doing another round of propagating. I'm going to do my gray fairy too. Look how much it's grown. I'm probably gonna do one strand. So pretty. Before I do that, let's water these Hoyas. So I got this one. I'm just using a plastic cup. All right, I need something to water it over. And then the Polynura. Okay. All right, those are all done, and I'm not cutting from those two, so I'm just gonna leave these off to the side here until I'm done propagating. Oh yeah, I have the clip light too, so I'll get that hooked up here. All right, usually I just do individual node cuttings and then I'll have a top cut here. So that'll be our top cut there. And this one's starting to peduncle. They're not like emerging yet, but starting to. So yeah, that we have 5. I'll just set those to the side because I have to soak all these and clean them. I'll just do a few with you, a few propagating here, because I'm going to try and get the watering done at the same time. I thought I had saw a peduncle on the gray fairy already. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just a growth point. I think it is. So I have this one over here that's starting to grow, this part, and then I have 2 longer vines. Here, I think I'm going to cut, this one is like shooting off in 2. This one feels more juvenile. Why don't we cut this one? I'm going to cut her back to here. We'll do that. So that'll be a new mother plant. And then we'll do same thing, individual node cuttings here. 1, 2, 3. And this top cut is going to have 2 growth points, which I may keep this as a second mother plant. I think I do want to start a second mother plant of her, but we'll see. I'm going to set these all off to the side here. All right, let's go ahead and go to the cabinet area. I'll do some propagating with you, and I'll do some watering, and I'll show you some updates because there's some cool new leaves, new plants. I want to show you, I think the plant that I'm most obsessed with right now is right here. It pushed out a new leaf and she is stunning. The variegated Matilde is right there. She's still pretty long, but I only clipped the 1 strand for now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the gray fairy. She lives like right here, back in here. So those are watered. Oh, let's show you some updates. So this is a newer-ish Hoya from last year. It's the Lacunosa Winters Pandora. Kind of looks like that. Well, it put out a new leaf. Look how big it is. Isn't that crazy? And then the newest set of leaves are coming in. So I'm going to let her grow a bit before I take some clippings. I don't know if the angle is that good. I know the lighting is just terrible. And this one is Swiffer's Nightmare. I did propagate the other one, but this one has the variegation. It looks like that. So pretty. And this one's growing in a lot of new nodes. Like there's one there, there's one down here, and there's another one coming in here. So this is going to be a really bushy plant, but she's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, my Lia Prism, I don't know what happened, but it started going downhill. Like I have the base, but the base is not growing. So I think I'm going to chop this all the way up. That's what the Lia Prism looks like. So I took a couple clippings and they are rooting, and a couple of them are starting to grow. So I'm going to restart this back as my mother plant. I really don't know what happened or why she decided to go downhill. I don't know if I accidentally like overwatered her and left too much water sit in the drainage. This is the Bermanica variegated. It's starting to grow. It was a 2-leaf cutting that I got. I'm excited for that one. The one that I'm most obsessed with right now is the Caudata. It's the Argene. So the original leaves look like this. Like that. It came with those two. And then this is a new leaf that came out. Like, look how stunning, right? The leaf is huge, but that silver color. And then she's working on a set of leaves here and a new one here. It's also a little bit fuzzy. So this one I'm most obsessed with right now. It's so stunning. I love the silver. I'm not cutting her yet because I want her to grow more. And I was debating on if I should take a top cutting of my, oh, this leaf is going. I'm gonna leave that on until it goes. This is the Caudata intervariegated. Looks like that. She's so pretty. I was debating taking one, one clipping, but should I? I kind of want to, but then I don't want to. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off till the end because I haven't decided if I want to cut her yet. Oh yeah, she's wrinkly, needs water. Another one I'm going to chop. This is one of my other favorites. Look at this set of leaves. This is the dragon egg. It's the Ache. Look at that leaf, the size of my hand. I might have to turn around. I think the lighting isn't good. Like, look at those leaves. It's so stunning. I love this plant so much. She came to me with this leaf, and I think this one down here was 2 leaves, and she's grown. She's one long vine, but she's kind of wrapped around. But the newest set of leaves would be the ones that I'm cutting, and unless I take this one down here, which I might do this one, because she's got like another vine down here. I might just take one cutting because I don't want to cut those leaves just yet. Okay, my camera is not liking it down so close to the lights. I feel like the strip lights are messing with my camera lighting, the shutter. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking clippings of so many plants here. My Carnosa Freckles. Mine is very splashy. I'm gonna be taking some clippings of her. Look at how freaking beautiful. Right? I love this one. I'm gonna be cutting this one back, my Wilbur Graves. I just caused some sap. I'm gonna be taking clippings of this one. I don't want to because she's so pretty, but she has 2 vines. This is the Gading Ghost, but she's turning like really pink and red with the sun stressing. Like, look at that. That is insane. I'm gonna do her. And this left cabinet, I have a lot of like ones that have grown out on the bottom and middle, but the ones up top on that shelf in there are some of the newer ones. I am going to clip some, like I have the Hoya carry-eye. Hoyas are crazy the way that they just wrap around every which way. This is the Hoya carry-eye. It's NS13-064. I waited to propagate it so I could let it grow first, and now that it's finally grown, I'm excited to take some clippings. They look like little anthurium leaves like that. I'm really excited to take some clippings of her. All right, since my camera is driving me crazy and there's Hoyas now everywhere, I took some out there. I'm gonna get chopping and watering, but I'll be back on here and give you a bit of an update. I'm back. I have a bit of a mess. I was laughing because all the Hoya tendrils, so Star right here has been with me the entire time. It's probably been like an hour and a half at least. She like wants the Hoya tendrils. You're so cute. Yeah? You just want to get them? So as I was propagating, I was taking like a plant out and every tendril she was trying to get. It's so cute. You're so cute. Meow. I overdid it, you guys. I over propagated way too much. So I wasn't even thinking about my Hoya linearis because I wanted to make one bin of just Hoya linearis, like another one. And I have an entire bin of props. I don't know if you can see, look at that bin right here. It's overflowing. It's like spilling over. Da, 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 da. Look at all this. So yeah, I probably over chopped. I didn't chop every Hoya, but I made like a noticeable difference to me. Like some of the plants aren't crazy overgrown, which is nice, and they can kind of regrow. I really was only cutting one strand back of ones that had multiple vines, so it made them a little bit more manageable. I'll get these cleaned and all set up. It's probably gonna take me like so long. I'll probably be doing this all evening, honestly. I don't know if I'll finish tonight. I may. It depends on how long it takes, and it depends on if I have enough mix, because I'm worried I don't have enough tree fern. I may have a little bit out in the garage. I might be able to make like a quick batch up. So we'll have to see how it goes, but I'll keep you updated. If I don't finish today, then I'll come back on tomorrow and give you like an update. But yeah, I have a lot to pot up, but I'll kind of give you an update on the progress. Yeah. Also, I wanted to go ahead and hang this light really quick and get this done. I didn't take any cuttings of the Polynura, the green one, just because she's not really growing right now. I might wait and I'm gonna see how many plants I can make out of that. If I can afford to do a few extra, I may cut like one strand of her. I did take some clippings, a few of Jasminka, and then I have Polynura Brogette, and then I did the inner and outer variegated. So I do have a lot of Polynura clippings. I just didn't do any of the regular green. You want this one too? Yeah, looky, it's right here. She's so cute. You're so cute, yeah. I can play with her all day like this. She's the only cat that's noticed it because the other ones are out on the patio. Because it's so nice today, they're gonna start being lazy out there all day. I'm going to have to start forcing them to come in. But it's gonna get cold again in a few days. You guys are gonna be in for a temperature shock. Yeah. All right, let's get this hung up and I'll give you like an overview of the Hoyas, and yeah, I'm gonna get busy. Oh, speaking of Hoya linearis, I never gave you guys an update. So the one that I was rehabbing that's sitting on top of that planter, those, there's 3 strands that have rooted and are growing, but the one on the very end looks a little bit limp. So I don't think that one's going to make it, but that's my original linearis. What I might do is end up like propagating it even more and making like a full bushy basket, because I don't want to pot just 3 strands into that planter, because I have this really full one right here next to it. I may end up just cutting that all the way back. We will see. Maybe I could plant a different Hoya in that planter. All right, so the cabinets, I know you guys can't really tell, but they're not as crazy overgrown anymore, and I feel like I made so much extra space. Hoyas aren't on top of each other. I actually have more room. I can squeeze some more Hoya that are in the other room back in here. I put the Hoya discipulate on that stand, the one that we repotted, so that's in there. I wish this was black so that it blends in, since a lot of this stuff over here is dark in color. But I really don't think it'll be super noticeable. I definitely feel like it just needs more light though, being in the center. Let me see how this looks. Oh yeah, I don't think that looks bad. What I might do is I could clip it onto the tray instead of the plant pot. There, I think I like that better, hooking it on the tray. A little less obvious. And then I just have to feed this down to the timer. Actually, I'm trying to think. This one needs a separate plug because it doesn't come on and off with the timer, which I do have a separate plug down here. I'll have to get that plugged in. Please don't fall. Nothing fall. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do the 6 hour for now, and then I'll reset it tomorrow morning. I do probably need to dust this one. I'm not watering her today, so next week what I'll do is water her and take her to the sink. Yeah, that'll definitely help. I feel like give her some more light that she needs. All right, I repotted the jasminca, discipulate, added the clip light, and then I got through watering everyone. So yeah, I'm just going to work on the propagations. Why, hello, it is dark. It's been about 5 hours, I think, since I was on, and I figured I would go ahead and just give you a final update. I still am not quite done, but so today is Friday night, and I've been potting all week. From tonight, so I counted. So I was supposed to do 5 bins of Hoya, but I knew as soon as I started propping, I'm like, watch me over prop. And so I just finished the 7th bin. There's like a few slots left, so 7 times 16 is 112. I mean, not quite, because that other bin isn't full. So over 100. I have potted up over 100 Hoya propagations in 5 hours. Like, that's nuts. But I've been potting up Monstera all week. I've been going through my Rhode propagation bins. I still have 3 of those to go through. So I think I might take a break from potting this weekend. I might film some other stuff tomorrow, because there's a surprise in my plant room that is unexpected that I'll share with you guys, something exciting. So now I'm going to have to film that, and I feel like I might need to start that tomorrow. And I have to water my plant room and my anthuriums as well, because I didn't water my anthuriums this evening. Although I might stay up and water them tonight, but we'll see, because I actually want to start editing this, because I just haven't been able to film this week. Yeah, it's 8:12. It's so late. But I'm gonna go ahead and cross, because we made almost 7 bins. Because, yeah, I'm calling it quits for the night. So these 2 shelves of my Hoya are already growing. They have been growing for a while, and that one, you can see they're a lot more full. And so what we did today, this evening, was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that's all we were supposed to do. And Now I have 2 more Hoyas right here, 6 and 7. That is crazy. These were the first 2 bins that I put in here, and you can see how much condensation's already in the bin from the humidity. But this is like one of the first ones that I did, probably like 5 hours ago. Yeah, there's Nabawaniensis, Matilde Gray Fairy, Variegated Matilde. I think that's all that's in this one. And then I like to write the dates with a marker to 2026. I did that for all the Hoya bins just so I have an idea of when I prop them. And then once they actually start rooting and growing, I just take like some alcohol and it comes right off. I usually do shuffle plants around to make sure that a bin is full at all times. So it frees up a bin, and then when I have an empty bin, I can make another set of plants. But I was really behind on Hoya. Like, I should have propped Hoya several weeks ago. Oh my gosh, look at Luna. Hi, sweet girl. Yeah, what you doing? Say it's late, huh? Yeah, you're so cute. What are you doing, cutie? See, it's almost bedtime, huh? Yeah. You're so cute. Yeah, I did this one. You can see all the condensation. I put this one in here pretty early. The Hoya Gunning Gading Ghost and the Hoya Carry Eye are some of my favorites in this bin. I know you can't really see them. This one, and then these I put in here not that long ago. This one and this one. There's so many Hoya props. And then these are the last ones that I put in here. Those. And that one, I can fit like 5 more plants in that bin. I have a bin of Hoya here that I'm going to list for the restock for next week. And then I also have some more Hoya kind of mixed in. I kind of went through and picked plants. So this is like a sneak peek at some of the plants in the restock. I'll have to see how the alocasia are looking. But definitely that bin of Hoya, there's like 16 in there. So I'll probably have like 20-ish, 23. 24, 25, something like that of Hoya. And then some various plants for the next restock. You are so cute. Yeah. Oh no, don't knock the water. She's so cute. Yeah. You're so cute, Loon. I'm a cutie girl. Her little fangs sticking out. Her little teeth. You're so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed my behind the scenes of propagating Hoyas. I know I've done this before. I really didn't know what I wanted to do for this video. I knew that I wanted to propagate my Hoya, and I'm behind on filming, so I wanted to take you through some of that process, and then I wanted to throw in some plant care. So I hope this video was okay for you. And yeah, I'm going to be filming shop update, and then I think I'll do some alocasia care next, because that's the exciting thing in my plant room. It has something to do with an alocasia. So I'll probably do some alocasia care while I'm in there watering my plant room tomorrow. And yeah, I'll have to figure out some more videos to film this month. I can't handle her cuteness. She's just so cute. That little face gets me every time. She gets everything she wants. Hi, Luna. What are you doing? Are you being cute? I love how she like holds her little arms up like that. Yeah. You're so cute. I don't know who she sees. She's like looking at somebody. Maybe one of the other cats. Say bye, guys. We will see you in the next one, huh? Say bye. Good night. So cute. Bye.